hate this thing. This thing collects more right here and then it freaking mulches. Oh. All right. Getting towards the end of the day. Did all that up there. Mulched all that. Cleaned a bunch of trails. Mulched all that down in here. These Bradford pears, every time I would go up to them, they'd halfway break off and they'd land on top of the machine. It was getting annoying. And then this is why I hate this push bar. I mean, it's bent, but all this stuff lands right here, and then it lands in this cylinder, and then it falls down there. It's already almost full again. Just had cleaned it out. But we fixing to head back to the truck. Customer's bush hogging. I think he's actually finished mowing the property right now, so he's been in there drinking beer and mowing or bush hogging all day. So trying to get this cleaned up. I'm gonna get the machine windshield clean, the air filters blown out, get everything double checked, and then we'll be back in the morning and possibly Friday. So got a couple more days worth of work, so we're gonna get at it. All right, so we're back this morning to finish up the trails for his grandkids to whip around with the razors and stuff like that. So we are letting the machine warm back up, got everything greased, everything wiped down, and the knives, I'm not even going to touch them because they are still sharp. So I think they got some kind of coating on the top side, because last time I done it, it took me forever to grind just a little bit, even with a new pad. So we're just going to leave it like it is, and we're going to get back at it, hammer down a little bit, and then we'll be mulching those trails, and then probably tomorrow we'll be mulching up top, because he said something about there's a where they had like dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and he's gonna open it back up for his grandkids to do like motocross and just driving crazy up there, hitting hills and stuff like that. But that's fine with me, so we're gonna get back at it, see what we can get into. Well, I may or may not have forgot my batteries, and it died. Didn't even get to record any of this, like the finish wise. This is what I got. Nice and chippy. Bunch of cedar, maples, sugar maples, stuff like that. Looks good. So he told me not to hit all of it, but I was telling him that the customer, this is the center where the grandkids they got all kinds of pathways down through the whole property, because this is center where they come in right up through here and then they just go all over the place. So he just grinned and said, well, I'll let you do what you do. So I like this idea, me mulching this up, because this is they can come in wide open, so that way they can see everybody. So I'm gonna try to trim that up a little bit, clean it up, so that way you can see people coming in and out. That's why I was trying to make it. Now I got the thick stuff knocked out. Now I can go back to my trails. So but let's see what we can get into. this over here. He was telling me that the grandkids had a spot they loved the most, and it was a big hill, and which I'm gonna go down on the other side right here before they come in and jump it. So I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna clean all this up. Made them a big jumping area. It should be enough. And I was gonna cut a little bit so that way they can just kind of come in right in here instead of having to be so far over here. They'll come up over here, so that way I'm gonna clean that up so that way they can have different angles. But it's going good. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that thing out because I'm away from the the truck, pretty good ways away. Back from lunch. Now we're starting on the left side of the property. Trying to walk this back. So I think I'm about either 3/4 or almost done with this. So I got all the trails in the back done and the center. And then we got some to do on the top side of the mountain side property. So he just wants only one swipe and nothing special. He said just go in there and mulch it up where we can get the razors back here. That way we can see what we got. Boring just hitting the outskirts, so I don't really show much of it, but trying to show some good footage here. Just hitting some trails about it. Just make sure I get all the stumps grounded down best I can. This thing likes to snag them, that's for sure. His head's about to jump. Try to take all these vines up for it. my little pathway right in there. It's getting close to the end of the day. Cutting path. I mean, the left side, he told me that it was real thick. I don't even think I could have came back here with a little small four-wheeler. That's how, I mean, it was barely just enough to get through. I gotta come back and smack all this. So I think I'm already close to the corner. I'll have to come back and hit all that. Come back, just kind of tidy everything up, clean it up, mulch it up. Here's the corner of the property. Little crow. Cutting trails. There's an old trailer. But yeah, that's what we got. I gotta come back and kind of trim all this stuff up coming back through, because some of that stuff is facing this way. That way when I come back I can hit it, chop it down, and then bring the sunlight in. So it's looking pretty good. We got probably about another 30-ish minutes. We're already staying an hour over, so be getting dark in about another hour and a half. got that cut. There's that little jump, it kind of hills off up there, and that's where we came from on that back side. So tomorrow we should be done for sure. So 3 days in, cutting trails, pretty much for a four-wheeler to go in through to a big old combine. So customers are absolutely loving it. So we're gonna go ahead and get back to the truck, go ahead and get everything cleaned off and get everything ready for tomorrow. And then I had to fix the door seal like 7 times. I don't know why I kept, see like this right here, I guess when I put my foot there. It's always something. So we're at day 3 of opening those trails up, about 40-50 foot. Cutting trails, cleaning everything, making it look good. Customer's super happy. He had to run because he owns his own business too. So we're going to be cutting on that top side up there. So we're going to go at the very top, come down and drop back down. And these knives still look pretty good. There's a few pieces here. I guess I may have hit something, but they are still looking sharp. I'm not even going to touch them. So I'm just going to keep on hammering down with them. We got to clean the windshield. Got to do a little bit of stuff, but we should be good, and then we'll be hitting into the weekend. So try to get this done today. We should be able to, but we're gonna keep on going. There's one thing I still got to do is fix this, since my spring broke. I don't like how it's sitting like that, but at least I had it for a little while. I'd figure out something a little better, I guess. But let's get to it. this is getting annoying because the way you see it, it's all hazy, bluish, white looking. That's the way it is. I got a gnat in here. I don't know how gnats and bugs get in here. Probably because I got a hole there, but ain't no telling. So we are at the end. Looks like the camera's dirty too. Oh, there we go. That's probably where I grabbed it. So there was a trail down that way, probably between here and the opening over there, that is like a little red marker. They want me to go up the hill, but it's kind of gradual, so it's not scary, which I don't care as long as I can finish the day out safely. But these knives are just steel, just shredding. So got all these pines taken out. Cut all the way down. I opened this up. It did make it like a hard C because they just enough for a four-wheeler to come through. So I pretty much took all this out, and then I'm gonna hit down. You can see where I didn't hit all this, so I'm gonna take it and just scrub right against the tree line, see if I can't push some of those back. And then about right in there where that overhang's at, there's a little cutout. So we'll be going that way. We'll be going up the mountain, going to the top, and we'll see ribbons, and then we'll shoot straight down. So they said they already had a trail, but it's just so thick. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get all that. So we got all this all nice and chipped up, cleaned up a little bit. We got plenty of slinging area. All right, so here's the trail. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a pink ribbon right over there. So we fixing to head up the mountain and then trying to find the other side. So what he said, it should be very clear because there's a fence. So we're going to find out exactly. And then all that, there's a neighbor has all the acreage over there, and it's all cleared off because he's got deer, that's trophy deer. So see what we can do here. way, and I got hills and mounds over there. I go over here a little bit more. I have to move out of the way. It's very hard. It's really rocky too. Trying not to derail the track either. This is not a good spot. Luckily I tightened the tracks up. So we'll just keep pushing. It looks like it's kind of going smoother downhill a little bit, so he said I should see a fence. Oh, that was close. I just almost took the track off. Trying to mulch it without breaking any teeth. That's the least thing I need to do right now. Well, as you can see, this thing's on fire. Not great. Come out of that downslope and found one of the hydraulic lines busted on the inside. My fire extinguisher don't even work, and that thing is a cooking. So, and I got the fire department and we're way back here in the back, so not a good day. So I didn't record much of the machine catching on fire. I was very irritated. My fire extinguisher, I guess it's over time of being sitting there, the handle wouldn't squeeze, so I slapped it against the skid steer, and it finally, I guess, I don't know if I squeezed enough because I was panicking, but it popped, and I finally got it to start shooting out fluid. And so it didn't burn it to a crisp. The center of the cab, back behind the cab, under the hydraulic pump, back behind the engine, got really hot because it distorted the paint, and it made that burnt looked like you can tell it's been on fire. So the hydraulic cylinder, I lifted the machine up because the firefighters, I guess, didn't know much about Caterpillars, and they was like, we need to raise the cab up, and then something about we need to raise the arms up, and I raised the arms up for them. I told them, I said, I just need some tools, which was on the back side of 40 acres, so it's kind of hard to while it's still burning, because I did use the fire extinguisher. It did go out just a little bit, but it was still smoking, so we didn't have any tools. And then the owner, who I was mulching for, went and got some tools real quick. Once he got back, we lifted it up so that way we could, prevent anything getting out of hand or something like that, because the next door neighbor, which was very close, had a deer farm, and he had all of his deer over there, so I just didn't want it to get out of hand. So he went and got tools, but when I lifted the arms up, it started going down quick, and I said, that's not good, because it's never done that. So I'm guessing a hydraulic line busted or something happened, unless, since the hydraulic, where it got caught on fire is the lower side under the cab. So between the hydraulic pump and the back side of the engine is where it started. So I talked to the insurance guy later that afternoon, after everything settled down, and it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks before he can come out. Then that starts the process of what needs to happen next. So he doesn't determine the fire, he just does the report. So yep, load of crap. Anyway, we'll be fixing the ASV until then. That way I can at least get something rolling in or something. I don't know just yet, so we'll figure it out.